When we slow down, all happens. Welcome to Redwood National Forest. Redwood National Forest is home to some of the oldest and largest trees in the world. These trees go up to about 300 to 350 feet tall. Some of them are hundreds of years old. Some of them are thousands of years old. So I feel like for me personally, my whole life journey has been about slowing down. The more that I have been able to slow myself down and my life down, the more effective I am, the more in touch I'm able to get with myself, and the more grounded and present I am in life. Now, I get the message often, and when the signs come, I usually see them, and they're not always fun. And you know those signs in life, you know those signs, hey, slow down, maybe you're moving too fast. You may get sick if your body needs to rest. You may get laid off if you're moving too quick and not supposed to be at that job. A car crash, right? I'm naming some of the tougher things, but you know, these are what we typically don't want it to come to, right? We like to see the signs early. So today, I'd like to talk about why it's important to slow down in life and some of the benefits of that and some practices that you can use to help slow down as well. So I've been taking the week to slow down here at Redwood National Forest and just simply walk and be. It has taken me 5 days to make such a simple video because I kept trying to do it, but the signs were saying, not yet, you need more time for yourself. So I was at Crater Lake before I came here. I was moving a little fast trying to get a video done, and then in the same day decided to drive over to Redwood, and I was tired, and all in all, just my mind and body were moving a little fast. So my signs came when the day before I went to leave, I ran headfirst into a tree branch. And it's funny because I avoided this tree branch about 10 times the day before. I was like, you're not going to get me. Hey, how you doing? Good, good. You got any words to say on slowing down? I'm talking about why it's important.
So important.
So important, right?
That's what we're trying to do, right?
That's what we're all trying to do. All right, you too. So I ran headfirst into this branch. I don't know, something feels off. It hurts. Like not so much here, not so much here, but like right here. Is there anything? I don't know. I'm just kidding. I freaking sat under this tree all day yesterday and almost hit my head on this thing 10 times, and I made it away scot-free, and I was like, be present, don't do it. Today I walked back for one last look and freaking walked right into it, man. Hey, the life and times of a traveler, you know? And then when I was on my way to Redwood, I was getting in late at night. It was dark out. And unfortunately, I hit an animal that darted out into the middle of the road. I didn't see it until it was pretty much in my headlight, and it was pitch black, and you know, it was like a highway type of road, so I was going pretty fast. But I was fully paying attention. In fact, I had the thought prior to it happening, a little bit before, I said, I should probably really pay attention because there's animals out here. So even though I was paying attention to it, and it still happened, so I have to ask myself, why did that show up in my space? Why did that show up in my reality? And then when I got to my Airbnb, my host came to greet me, Allison, who's been wonderful. If you're watching this, shout out to you. You've been an amazing host, an amazing person. And the dog came to the door, beautiful German Shepherd, and she told me a little later, she said, you just came to the door kind of a little hurried. You were bleeding from your forehead. You didn't really give time for the dog to like feel you out fully, and just kind of came in. You had mentioned you hit an animal. And after hearing that, I said, yeah, probably means that I get to slow down. When we slow down, we give the universe a chance to do its thing. And what I mean by that is slowing down actually takes giving up control. So in life, we think, or we have the illusion that we are in full control, which couldn't be further from the case. The universe, God, life, spirit, creator, whatever you want to call it, has the control. So I actually play a little game with myself. It's kind of about my name because I like Michael and Mike, but I'll associate Michael with being, I'm going to make a video about this too. I associate Michael with being my soul and Mike being the body. So Mike wants to have a good time all the time. He wants to go fast. He wants to get his cravings. He wants to do what he wants to do. And Michael's like, hang on, man, check in for a second, slow down. The soul knows the way. The soul knows the path. So when I say allow the universe to do its thing, it's like dropping the reins of control in life and just giving a moment and allowing life to flow. You're actually giving up control and not trying to like rush to a solution when maybe that thing over there isn't ready for you yet. Maybe something else has to happen with another person. Something else has to happen for it to be just right for you. So by slowing down, you allow life to happen and the answers to come to you. And I found in my experience that just by waiting in silence and taking a pause and not deciding anything, the answer pops up. Have you ever thought you had to take care of something, or let's just say like make a hard phone call, deal with something, you know, at work, or like speak up for, you know, somebody, whatever, and you might be dreading it like, oh, I got to go do this thing. And then sometimes you get to it and it's already been taken care of, or that person's already solved their own issue that you had to help. It happens all the time. We don't have to rush to handle everything. Another thing I'll do that works really well for me when I need to slow down is just to take an entire day to slow down. And in that day, what I'm focusing on is actually slowing down my body and my breathing. So the breathing is connected to the mind. And if you can slow your breathing, then you can slow your mind, and you can slow your heart rate, and you can start to feel at home again in your body and kind of come back from any anxious or fearful or fast-moving state. I also focus on being good to my body and cleaning it out, eating fruits, vegetables, juicing, drinking a lot of water, and giving my body rest. I'll also take a bath if I have access to it. And I'll only allow myself to do things like journal, you know, or just maybe relax and watch a stupid movie, or take some time and walk to nature. But I won't allow myself to think about things that my mind is normally running about. So if something pops up, I just kind of look at it as like a bag of thoughts, and I say, hey, you can drop the thoughts, Mike. You could come back to them later, but this is a self-care day. We're slowing down. You're not allowed to think about any of this stuff. And then I just move my mind back to present. That could even be if it's something, a good thing, like I'm having fun, video ideas start coming, but it's having the discipline to say, no, we're slowing down. I'll come back to the videos later. It's okay, man. Just leave the bag of thoughts there. You could get them later. Now's about being at home in my body. It is so, so, so important to go at your own pace. Oh my God, let me say that again. Move at your own pace. Now, I'm not talking about like being lazy when you have stuff to do and like not moving and using it as an excuse. But I mean, we all have an internal pace that's right for our body. And it's so easy these days with all the stimulation and people running around to get caught up in someone else's pace. If somebody wants you to move faster than you're moving because that's what makes them feel comfortable. Like, have you ever noticed maybe if you're around a bunch of rushed people, you start feeling rushed and you start feeling anxiety? Nothing works like that. You have to be at home in your body and feel good and be present to be able to operate from your own cockpit, right? And do life effectively. I try to always make it a practice to create a peaceful space at the beginning of anything that I do. And what I mean by that is it goes into intention setting. If I am about to engage in an activity or a conversation with someone, right, or work out or eat or journal or whatever I'm about to do, and I want that process to feel good for me, to be peaceful, I don't want to have problems with like people who are not peaceful, you know, coming and interjecting, want to have a good experience. Well, then I slow down at the beginning before I enter whatever it is. Let's say you're going into your office before you even enter that door. Then I'll breathe a few times and I get present in my heart. I'll feel my feet on the ground. I'll take a few moments, and I will set the intention that I create peace within my body and around my field, and anybody that comes near me, you know, can only come with a peaceful presence as well. I'm not going to take on anybody else's energy. I want to feel calm and smooth and graceful as I go through this day or whatever it is. And 9 times out of 10, it ends up working. Slow down, will you? Come on. Jeez, you're going too fast for me. I've seen you twice in my video now already. I'm just kidding. So it really does work that way. If I don't set that intention and I just move quickly into whatever it is I'm doing, it's kind of like falling out of bed into your day and maybe not taking those moments to actually get some quiet or meditate or, you know, drink that healthy juice or, you know, just take that time that's going to kind of like set your personal space for the day. If you start to make slowing down a practice with everything that you do, just multiple times throughout the day, you can just maybe have a timer on your watch, on your alarm clock, and when it goes off, just take 5 minutes just to simply breathe. Just to do nothing else but breathe. Just consciously fill yourself up and let it out. You know, and just focus on that. And then, you know, when you come out of that, now you're ready for the next portion of your day. Another practice that was really trippy for me slowing down, but it was pretty cool, is journaling really slow. I mean, like, write the letters slow, but link your mind to your hand and be with your hand as you write each letter. I could feel like rewiring in my brain, being undone. It's just a very different experience. It's like circulating energy in that other video that I made. Now, in the practice of slowing down as often as possible, I find that if I can tune in and catch where my energy is compulsive, for instance, it just wants to move fast because it wants to move fast, and then I can question myself and say, why am I moving so fast? Is there anywhere I actually need to get to that fast? Is there something I'm missing? And more times than not, there's no reason. I'm just moving fast because I'm used to doing it. So to start doing everything slow, you start to actually notice all the little areas of yourself energetically where you rush through life. And if you can begin to catch them one at a time and practice, then your whole life can slow down, and less is more, and slow and steady wins the race, right? But there is no race. It's in the journey. It's in the experience of the journey. And to learn what you're going to learn in your journey, you learn by going slow. At least I do. At least I do. Taking away a lot more. It's funny, man. The more I've slowed down, I just think that everybody's in a rush now. Like, some of my friends will make fun of me because they say that I'm a slow driver. And I still contest that sometimes. I let about 15 cars pass me all at different points while I've been here, like many times, because I'm used to moving at a slower pace in life, but it's so much more enjoyable. Like, you know, when you're chasing goals and you're getting things done and then you're there and you're like, wow, that happened in the blink of an eye and it's over, or that year's over. Like, yeah, it's great, but what did you like really get out of it? Did you take the time to really absorb it, to really think about what it is that you're learning and to work with it? All right, I'm almost back to my car, so I'm going to end the video here. So this is just a reminder, if you haven't slowed down in a while, please take a moment, check in, slow down, enjoy yourself, stay inspired, follow your heart. If this video gave you value, please subscribe to my channel, throw me a like, all that good stuff so you know when new stuff comes out. And thanks for taking a walk with me today. And I would like to thank the Redwoods and my Airbnb host, Allison, for helping me slow down this week. See you in the next video. Peace.